Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, July 9, 2025. Your update for Thursday, the 10th. All right, let's go. Well, let's keep these two setups for now. The portfolio had an okay day. We'll take a look at that in just 1 second. BTM didn't get the memo, but other than that, okay overall. VG, as far as official setups, let's stick with this one. IPO, company handle type of setup. NAGE, still like this one quite a bit. A little bit of a double top knockout slash Landry light pullback. Of course, as usual, wait for entries. Let's take a look at the portfolio, and then we'll pop out to the overall market, obviously. First of all, BTM coming in a little bit. Still looks constructive longer term, though. KGC, a little bit of a bounce, better than the poke in the eye, I suppose. KTOS, not a bad day there, just off of these all-time highs. So, you know me, that's certainly would be a good thing. I'd like to see it hit that IPT and not look back for a while. TFPM, nice little bounce back there. It's got its work cut out for it, though, but still looks pretty good longer term. Let's take a look at the overall market and then drill down a bit. First of all, S&P 500, not a bad day there, up a little bit more than half of a percent, just shy of all-time high. So far, so good. As long as these prior peaks hold, as long as it holds above those prior peaks, I should say, then we're probably going to be in okay shape. Nasdaq Composite, decent day there too, closed at all-time high. So hey, I'm not going to argue with that. Up nearly 1% so far, so good there. Let's take a look at the Rusty bring up the rear. Well, guess what? It actually is bringing up the rear, push it back into that overhead supply. I sure like to see it bust through it and not look back. Obviously, I always like that, right? Take a look at biotech, decent day there too. As I've been saying quite a bit, look at that, up over 2%. Quite a bit. I've have maybe 12 or 13, I think, in the Landry 100, and I keep adding more, it seems like. So biotech certainly improving in spite of what the IBB looks like, but certainly getting better and better. And short term, it's looking okay, breaking out and pushing into that overhead supply. Uranium so far looks pretty good, just a bit of a pullback. There, a lot of areas still have some overhead supply to overcome, as you would imagine, such as bots and AI. But within the sectors in some of these areas, kind of like biotech, I am seeing some strength in some individual issues. I think we have one in the Landry list tonight. Take a look at cyber computing right here at all-time high. So far, so good there. Nice little rally past the prior little peak. So that's certainly a good thing. That's what you want to see in an uptrend. Gold, the commodity, bouncing back a little sideways as of late. Longer term, still an uptrend, but short to intermediate term, beginning to lose some steam. Let's take a look at a weekly here. You can see the weekly still in a pretty decent trend, but obviously losing some steam shorter term. Gold stocks, a little bit of a bounce back there. Looking a little bit stronger than gold itself. Longer term, there's a weekly. So far, just pull it back a little bit. But yeah, like the underlying commodity, a little sideways as of late. And once again, this is an area where if you dig down, some of the stocks are really blasting higher. So it's kind of a tale of two markets in some cases. Software, a little bit higher in the day, but that's enough to keep it right at these all-time highs. So far, so good there. I'd like to see it obviously pass its prior peak more decisively. Bitcoin waking up a little bit, beginning to break out. So that's certainly a good thing there. Broker-dealer, up a little today, just off of these all-time highs. And this is one of those areas that took out the prior peaks or peak and kept on going. So obviously that is a good thing. Defense banging out new highs with a bit of vigor. So far, so good there. We're low on KTOS, as you know. So that's a good thing for us. NVIDIA actually banged out some new highs. Let's take a look at semis in general. Not a bad day there. Better than the poke in the eye, I suppose. Not a bad day because we're at all-time highs and also a little bit more than a 0.5% gain. So certainly a decent day. Semis off the best levels, but a decent day nonetheless. As I've been saying quite a bit, some areas like cloud computing still have some overhead supply to deal with. But hey, one day at a time. Financials have come back down to their prior little breakout, but still look okay longer term. Again, I like to see them break out and not look back. Some of these alternative energies, such as TAN, have been doing okay, but as I've been saying quite a bit, they've got their work cut out for them because they have a lot of overhead supply. I think that's pretty much it for tonight. In general, things continue to improve, so continue to look to get long. Obviously, though, wait for entries and, of course, be selective. Everybody have a fantastic night. If you have any questions, you know the routine. Thank you so much.